And I just want you guys to kind of, again, we saw the video, we've seen it many, many times, we've talked with ROP. I just want to hear from you guys' point of view, what happened, what was going through your mind, what, just again, that entire experience and how it made you feel, just again, as a whole, just recap what happened.
Well, I was in that Wednesday. I was just in bed, and then I received a phone call saying that somebody got pulled over. And since I'm usually like translating for people here, and everybody knows like I translate for them, and so I got up and I went to wake up my daughter, and I said, do you wanna come with me because somebody got pulled over, and she said, okay, I'm getting out. So I got on my van and she got in her car and we went. So I was driving around and I see all this out-of-state license plate cars driving like crazy, going that way and this way. And I went to see if I could see the car, where it was left the car, because they didn't know where. And they said it was going to be taken to the town, and also it's really expensive. So I was going home already that way on Highway 99, and then I was talking to my daughter, and I said, oh, I think I got pulled over by the cops. So I hung up on her, and I pulled to the small street, and I opened my window because I was thinking, oh my God, I got a citation, and I was thinking, what was I speeding, and that's what was going to my mind that day. And all of a sudden I see a guy coming in to my door, and the window was down. And he said, we are the police. And I said, you are not the police. And then another guy comes, and he said, where were you born? And I said, what does this have to do with me pulling over, and why did you pull me over? And they said, we're officials, and then you're under arrest. And another guy ran to my other doors to see if they can open it, because I had my phone and I was going to start recording. And then all I can hear on the phone is just, okay, it's open. They pulled they unlocked my car and dragged me out, and I came to the floor. And I just started screaming because I panicked. And they were trying to handcuff me. I said, you lied to me, but you're police. You're not police officers. And I kept saying, I'm sick, don't do this. I have my son at home. And why are you doing this? And then I was just screaming my daughter's name, hoping that she would see me. And when I saw that she got there, I said, I was telling her, I was still screaming. So they dragged me, they picked me up, and I was in the front, and they said, because I kept asking, and then they said that they were immigration and that I was illegal, and I told them that you're just assuming that I'm illegal. So they picked me up and put me in the car, and when they threw me in the car, I just managed to stand up. And I couldn't breathe because I had an asthma attack or a cough. I mean, I was like trying so hard to breathe, so I got up, and there was a little something there where I could breathe. And they just said to calm down, and while all this was happening, that's when they were just, while I couldn't breathe and they didn't say the car, that's when they were talking to her, and I didn't know what was happening because that's when she got there. And she wants to say that part of her, that part, because I don't know what, like, she already told me what she knows better than to say it, but what they were telling her when we got there.
When I got there, I at first I didn't realize it was my mom on the ground. In the video, you can that's when I first realized that it was. I saw my mom's grab my jacket, and my heart just dropped because I knew that there was no reason for them to be doing that. And so when I got out of my car and I went up, I was like, there's no reason to be doing this. She has her green card. I know she has her green card somewhere on her. And they just told me to stay where I was, and they kept saying that they were going to arrest me for obstruction because I was so upset because I knew there was no reason for them to be doing that. And throughout, they told me that I had asked them why, and they told me that they told me that they verified who she was before they arrested her, but I know that's not true. They didn't have her name or her ID. While I had gotten there, they were going through her wallet and they pulled out her real ID, and they said that it wasn't proof enough, so they were using that to look through their system on their phones. And they lied to me, and they also said that she had a border crossing warning to her name, and they, throughout the whole interaction, they just kept asking me if her green card was real, if it was valid, and all that, and I just lost my train of thought. And oh my goodness. And
But they said they couldn't find my card. And that's when they couldn't find my card. That's when they asked for the phone, and they said that people called Daniel.
oh yeah, I asked if I could call my brother because I knew that he had a picture of her green card on his phone, and they told me no, we're not gonna bring other people into this and cause a whole scene. And I asked them if I could go to her and like get her phone and like talk to her and see like if I could find a picture of her green card, because I didn't know she had it on her person. So I had also thought that they had taken it and they were just like hiding it from me so I couldn't prove that she was a resident. And then that's when when I was talking to her, I was trying to get her to calm down. That's when they finally looked through the system a third time, and that's when they said that they could finally let her go, but they weren't gonna let her go until she calmed down.
But I was still screaming and crying. I couldn't come down because I said, how can I come down after you hurt me and then you did all these things to me? And they said, well, and I was asking why, and they said, we're going to explain to you after we're going to uncuff you, and then we're going to explain to you if you come down. And I couldn't come down. So I finally started crying like less. They uncuffed me, and they said when I asked again why, and they said because people lie to them all the time, but they didn't ask for. When they uncuffed me, I showed them, here's my car. You didn't even ask for it in the beginning. So I think it's not true what they're doing, that supposedly doing their job. It's not that they're coming from criminals. Like, they didn't have anything to me. I just saw that I was going on a van. They probably thought that I had more people with me, because why would they run to the other side of the door and try to open the door to see if there was more people in there? So that's not that's all the explanation they said, because they lie, and that's all they left me there. See if not even if I was okay, no, nothing. They just left. So that's really scary. That's scary. And they didn't want me to panic. How did they not expect me to panic after they did all they did? So I think it's very scary. Now I'm sure that the pain is gonna go. Like, I'm still getting better. That is gonna go, but the chaos, the trauma. She got hurt. She fell. They flashed the light at her. She fell down. She scraped her knee and her ankle, and she was crying, or them making her job to calm me down when it was them who did all the damage. So no, that's unacceptable. I don't think that's legal what they're doing. That's all I was going to say.
Well, thank you guys both so much for coming out here and sharing your experience. I could not imagine just watching that video myself last week. I just really feel for you guys, and I'm so sorry for what happened. You guys are very, very, very strong. So I want you to know that we're all thinking of you. So thank you for sharing your guys' side of the story.
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you so much.